Welcome back. Let's take a look at sports now. Here's Barong Tony Uranta.
Thank you, Joma, and welcome to Sports News. The Kaduna State Governor, Nasir El-Rufai, has pledged his support for the 2017 Channels Kids Cup football tournament. He told members of the organizing committee of the tournament in his office that his commitment is not in any way tied to the presence of any Kaduna State school in the competition.
I assure you that whether Kaduna emerges the champion this year or not, you have the unqualified and full support of the state government because we believe in what you're doing. This attempt to fish out young talent is something that needs to be done. And if the government doesn't do it, then those that are doing it on our behalf need all our support. So I want to assure you that we will support you morally, financially, and in any other way to make this a success.
Meanwhile, the Ministry of Youth and Sports Development says there will be no issues of age discrepancy in the athletes representing Nigeria at the 2017 Commonwealth Youth Games. According to the Director of Grassroots Sports in the Ministry, Ademola Are, checks have been done on the 26 athletes to ensure they fall within the age brackets of 14 to 18 years of age.
Last youth games, the youth games we normally have in Nigeria is meant for under 17 athletes. We deliberately made it so that the following year when we're going to have the Commonwealth Youth Games, these athletes will still be eligible. Not necessarily being 17 years old, you could be 14, 15, 16, so that you can attend the Commonwealth Youth Games. And apart from that, we have enshrined in the hearts of the coaches and directors of sports that look, no matter the science or no matter the technology to determine the age of these athletes, you are the people managing these athletes. So make sure you bring underage or the prescribed age group for this program so that Nigeria will not lose out when we go out for international programs. So I can tell you, age group cheats will not be part of this program. The athletes have already been verified to be within the age limit, and that is what we are going to do.
Elsewhere, Spanish prosecutors have filed a lawsuit against Radamel Falcao and Fabio Contrao, accusing them of hiding almost 7 million euros from the tax office between 2012 and 2014. Falcao, a Colombian who used to play for Atletico Madrid, has been accused of failing to properly declare a total of around 5.6 million euros earned from image rights during his time at the club. Contrao, who plays for Real Madrid, is accused of failing to correctly declare almost 1.3 million euros, also earnings from image rights. Tennis now, and contrary to some earlier speculations, Maria Sharapova has not been offered a wild card to play at the French Open, which starts later this month. In a list on their official website, organizers published the names of wildcards for both qualification and the tournament proper for both men and women. Sharapova's name was not reflected among those. But the Russian was offered wildcards into tournaments in Stuttgart, Madrid and Rome after her return from a 15-month doping ban. And finally, Pablo Queves has continued his recent run of good form with a 6-4, 7-6 win over Adrian Maranero in the first round of the Italian Open in Rome. Queves is now to face Austrian world number 7 Dominic Thiem in the second round. And that's it on Sports News for tonight. I'm Barong Tony Uranta, and Ijoma will be back with the wrap-up.
Thanks a lot, Baron. Ivorian soldiers protesting over non-payment of their bonuses have ended the mutiny following a deal with the government. President Alassane Ouattara's government has offered to pay all 8,400 of them an immediate bonus of 5 million CFA francs and a further 2 million at the end of June. The soldiers have been on the streets of 3 major cities, blocking roads and shooting in the air. They, former rebels now embedded in the army who fought for years to get President Ouattara to power, were angry at the scrapping of a deal signed in January to give them back pay and bonuses. Now, U.S. officials have revealed that Israel was the source of information that President Donald Trump divulged to the Russian Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov when he visited the White House last week. The president has defended what he calls his absolute right to discuss sensitive material on terrorism and airline safety during the meeting. His disclosures are not illegal, as the U.S. president has the authority to declassify information. However, leading Republicans and Democrats have voiced concerns over what was said. Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell is calling on the president to explain why he shared highly sensitive intelligence information with the Russians.
In the wake of reports that the president disclosed classified information with the Russian foreign minister and the Russian ambassador, we Democrats are united in believing that the president must make transcripts of those conversations available to the intelligence committees. The president should make full, unedited transcripts available immediately. No ifs, no ands, no buts. If the president may have put national security and our intelligence operations at risk, Congress has the right to know about it.
Well, it's a bittersweet victory for a 10-year-old girl who became pregnant after being repeatedly raped by her stepfather. A panel of doctors sat yesterday to determine whether or not she could have an abortion, and they've accepted the girl's plea for one. The girl is 4 months away from her expected delivery date, and Indian law does not allow terminations after 20 weeks unless doctors confirm the woman's life is in danger. They said the termination could be carried out any time. The decision to allow the child to abort was taken after a local court told doctors at the Postgraduate Institute of Medical Sciences that it would accept their recommendation. And the main news again. Nigeria's Minister of Finance, Kemi Adeosun, today revealed that the country is getting out of recession. The finance minister, who disclosed this in Abuja, also announced measures being taken by the government to block wastage, increase GDP, and embark on single-window project execution. Also today, the House Committee summoned the Finance Minister and Minister of Works over public procurements, while the Senate invited the Transport Minister to appear over a rail project. And soldiers in Cote d'Ivoire today accepted a deal from the government to end a 5-day mutiny. Well, that's the news at 10 tonight. Thanks a lot for staying with us. I'm Ijoma Onyato. Good night.